Hey everyone, welcome to Retaliatory Strike. Today we have a game between myself, Ryan, playing the new and improved Legion of Everblight, and Chris playing Convergence in Strange Bedfellows, so it's a bunch of Crick stuff too.
Hi everybody, my name is Chris, and this week I'm playing Mortenebra 1. She has Deryliss with her, as always. She has a Conservator, 2 Monitors, and 2 Slayers. I'm trying to mix up the factions in her battle group, because the theme allows that. I've got a trio of Attunement Servitors. I've got Prefect Hypatia for the Apparition. I've got a trio of Scrap Thralls for the Sack Lamb. I've got a Void Archon because it's a really good model, and Dark Shroud helps out a lot. I've got Widget for some ancillary attack and repairing action. I've got Gaspy 4 with the Attunement Servitors. I also have the Transverse Enumerator. Nope, that's not the right guy. I got the Convergence UA on him. And he's running a Helldiver, because the Helldiver's free, and you don't have to worry about deploying it like you do with most of the other jacks he runs. I've got 2 units of Negation Angels to extend some threat range, maybe paralyze some stuff, maybe just be bodyguards for my jacks. Those of you who watched a couple weeks ago, I played a very similar list with Mortenebra. This week I added the 2 Slayers, took out a couple things. I'm still not a huge fan of Mortenebra. She just doesn't do a whole lot, but Slayers definitely overrun a lot more than the Speed 4 Convergence jacks do. And that's pretty much it.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan. Today I am running Kallus 2 in Ravens of War. This is a 75-point list. So for the list, I have Kallus 2 with an Archangel, a Carnivean, a Nephilim Protector, and a Succubus. For solos in the list, I have Annyssa Ryvaal, Craelix Fang of Everblight, a Spell Martyr. I have 2 Forsaken. The points in Conflict Chamber haven't been updated yet, so I had to leave one thing out on the list there. And then I have a maximum unit of Blighted Nyss Raptors and 2 Hellmouth units. So the idea here is Kallus 2 really likes Draconic Aura from the Archangel, making fire damage +2, and continuous fire can't go out. I'm putting the Carnivean in there because I really want to feel the difference after the updates. And same with the Nephilim Protector. I put him in there so I have the option of no stationary, no knockdown on my caster if I want, and Guard Dog to help protect Kallus. And then I have the Blighted Nyss Raptors in there. I really enjoy the unit, but with Kallus 2, he has Battle Lust, so he can put that on them, and then they're 5 dice damage on the charge, so they can really crush some stuff. And I have the Spell Martyr in there, so I can still get it on them even if he's not right next to them. And that is my list. Deployment. So I won roll-off on deployment and chose to go first. Chris picked side. For my deployment, I'm putting Kallus up the middle there, with my Archangel going up the top there. I wanted across from that objective, because if it can get to the objective, it's going to annihilate it. I put the Nephilim Protector right beside Kallus, with the Carnivean down below that, and then the unit of Raptors along the bottom with Annyssa Ryvaal. I then put the Succubus behind Kallus 2, and then I put Craelix up above Kallus there because I want a little bit more shooting up top. I put a Forsaken next to the Archangel for Fury management, and a Forsaken next to the Carnivean.
Alright, so I started with putting my monitors down. They can see through that cloud, so they're going to have fun just picking off Raptors through that, hopefully. Then above that, I'm going to put a Conservator to help protect them, base to base with the Conservator, so I don't have to allocate anything. Turn 1, I'm going to put Mortenebra. There's not a whole lot of cover here for her, so hopefully she can stay behind the forest and be a bit safer, but it's going to be a little tricky. I want one Slayer up top, one Slayer at the bottom. Go score me some zones, go threaten a long ways with the overruns. Spread out some Attunement Servitors. Widget and Deryliss are both hugging the couple monitors. That's going to be their best friends all game. I'm trying to figure out where I want all my scrap thralls. One bottom, one top, one in the back. Again, Gatsby's going up top. His officer is face to base with that Slayer. And then all the little balls just in command range of the officer instead of in range of Gatsby. And Void Archon down at the bottom. Of course, the Helldiver is going to burrow in. So,
for my advanced deployment here, I just have the two Hellmouths, so I'm putting one in that middle zone, so then if I can clear it, the Hellmouth unit can score it, and then I put the other one within 4 inches of the objective because I'm taking the healing objective, and behind the cloud, so hopefully he's fairly safe from charges and stuff. And then your advanced deployment.
Alright, so I have a little more advanced deploy. I got 7 angels in this particular list. So I'm gonna probably do similar things. One top, one bottom. They have flight, so getting the rough terrain doesn't bother them. The burning earth, the acid pool, they're just not gonna care about it. I should definitely spread out that top unit a bit more. Archangels have AoEs, and even though they have Blade Shield, they sure die to blast damage. I'm a little more worried about the Hellmouth than I need to be. I think it can threaten a little further, but ends up Prefect Hypatia is pretty safe. I do want her to be able to get this black unit up a little quicker, so I measure that. And then I'm going to spend a little time. The burrow marker can actually go 30 inches, which is on Ryan's side of the table, so it takes a little bit of thinking there. But I can't actually put it in behind the Hellmouth, and it would just be, even though it's a marker, it can technically go under a Hellmouth. I would rather not. It's nice to be able to see what you're doing so that you don't forget you're doing it.
Yeah, that is the deployment. Legion, turn 1. So, pretty standard turn 1 of I'm gonna run everything. So, first thing I do is I'm moving all my tentacles out of the way, making sure that they stay in command, so they get the run order. So the one unit and then the second one, I'm just kind of giving him a bunch of stuff to have to deal with instead of any of my other models that I run up, which will be good. I then Spiny Growth and Trample the Carnivean because the burrow marker's right there, and if he brings it in right now, I don't want him to take too much damage from it. I'm just checking the threat range on the angels in between Asphyxious giving out Bloodlust and Hypatia's Apparition. They threat 15 inches, so I just run all of my Raptors along the bottom there and stay out of that threat range and out of the 16 inches of the Void Archon and move up the Spell Martyr behind them, along with Annyssa Ryvaal is with them. I walk up the Forsaken and pull the Fury off of the Carnivean. I run up Craelix, staying out of threat range, and then I move up my Archangel, and I'm trying to drift some AoEs onto those bunched up Negation Angels, and I miss all of them, and then I make sure to stay out of 15 for my deceptively mobile move. I then move up the Forsaken to support the Archangel next turn, and I move up the Nephilim Protector because I want him to be able to take a shield guard so that there's no chance of my Archangel getting paralyzed. I then drop one Fury and run
Convergence, turn 1. Alright, so Ryan's presented me with a couple things. I want to clear out a bunch of tentacles so I don't have to worry about there being 3 tentacles every turn. But I should be able to do that.
I know you measured, and with an overrun, you were thinking the Slayer could get to Kallus.
Yes, so the top Slayer can get to Kallus if I overrun. I do need to Spectral Steel him because he will have to go through some rough terrain, but and I definitely won't be able to kill him, but it'd be nice to put some damage into some of Kallus's beasts, and basically for free. It is turn 1. I'm not really anticipating that, so I measure the 12 inches from that bottom Hellmouth on the Conservator, so I'm out of threat range of it. And it just runs up. And Mortenebra's not going very fast, but she's put Overrun down onto the bottom, or the closest monitor, I guess. And that monitor goes, he's gonna take a shot at a tentacle. Boost to hit, because Rat 4 is real bad, guys. It's real bad. And boost damage, and roll Snake Eyes, so it survives. And then the Ricochet hits and kills.
You overrun the Slayer, and at this point we realize that you forgot to Spectral Steel
Yep.
him.
Yep, I sure do. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this plan, and I just didn't use it. Great. That's fine. I can save a Slayer. If he wants to put Kallus far enough forward to kill it, then I got a whole army right there. So I feel a lot better about that. Deryliss walks up, tunes up the monitor, and the ancillary attack from Widget kills the tentacle that I already shot. I measured 4 inches. I can't get a ricochet off another tentacle, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Kill it. Take what's offered, as long as he can do it for free, basically. I might as well try to flare this one with my my Void Archon's gonna walk up and spray it. So if needing Boxcars to miss is slightly worse than needing 4s to hit.
Oh, and relevantly, Annyssa did pray the black unit of Negation Angels.
Yes. And I did put down a token, and then I didn't move it with them, and then I moved it out of the way because I got a lot of other stuff going on here. The bottom Slayer, I'm moderately worried. Slayers are real fragile. They really don't like getting charged by anything, much less weapon masters, especially not cavalry weapon masters. So that top Slayer is just going to sort of walk around a little bit. Black unit of Angels is going to run.
No, they move up and shoot at the tentacle.
Oh, yes. They're going to stay away from Annyssa, so make it a little harder for him to move that prey around. But they did bunch up a whole bunch. Again, don't bunch up your models, your squishy models, when your opponent has Rate of Fire 3 AoE gun. The silver unit is going to run, and they're going to spread out a little bit, but not enough. I got a bunch of solos up here, so I'm gonna run a Attunement Servitor into the zone, maybe be annoying. Some Murder Servitors are just gonna bubble around, and Gatsby's gonna put down a couple clouds. They didn't get any order, so everyone's just walking. But the officer is still base to base, so he's gonna probably get lit on fire, but he might be okay.
Legion, turn 2. Alright, so now I got some stuff that's in my threat ranges. First thing that I check is if the Conservator is within 11.5 of that Hellmouth in the zone, and it is. So I set up a tentacle where I can walk up to him and pull him in. Later, I don't want to engage anything there because I'm thinking I want to take some shots and or use magic ability from Kallus to be able to do it. But first I'm going to go with the Archangel, and I shoot at the one Negation Angel beside the Slayer because it's going to hit another Negation Angel as well. So I shoot, hit, it kills her, the blast kills the Negation Angel next to it, and I don't do any damage to the Slayer. But the Slayer is within 10, so I put up Draconic Aura and I shoot again. I boost, and it's a POW 16, so I boost damage and I get some decent damage in. The attachment on Asphyxious 4's unit there gets blast damage, but it doesn't hurt him. But he is on fire, so that is relevant. And then I shoot again and miss, and it goes nowhere. So then I deceptively mobile back a little bit and then use the Forsaken to pull all the fury off of the Archangel. Here I'm trying to see where Kallus needs to go. I want to get line of sight to that Negation Angel so I can clear him out of the way for pulling the Conservator in. And I also want to be able to make a melee attack against the Negation Angel in the forest, and I can't quite get there, so I just move up to where I can see the Negation Angel and do a Brand of Fire, and I hit and it kills them, and then it lights the Conservator on fire as well. And then I repo 3 inches back there. And now that Conservator is opened up to get pulled right into that middle Hellmouth, which is good for me. So I'm going to go with that unit now. So he walks up to within 2 of the Conservator, and the other one moves back because once I pull him in, I want to hit him with the other tentacle and grip him and get an additional POW 15 attack. So I hit, do no damage with the tentacle, and pull him in, and then I bite him, hit him, do a little bit of damage. The second bite misses and the second tentacle misses. And here I'm trying to see if I can get my Carnivean onto him. And because of where I placed Kallus, I can't quite get to him. So I'm trying to figure it out, and I realize that if I grip him towards the other Hellmouth, then I can get within range. So I move over, I hit him, I grip him over, and then I walk up the Carnivean to start eating that Conservator. So I go with the bite, I hit, and it's dice off 2 and do no damage. I miss initial, hit the next initial, do a little bit of damage, and I start buying attacks with bites. And I'm doing all right, and I do end up pulling that model off with my last bot attack, which is good. After that, I am going with the Raptors, so I move one up to where I can shoot at the one Negation Angel, and then the other one I move up to where I can shoot at the Scrap Thrall, and the other ones can shoot at the Servitors there, and at the Slayer if necessary. So I take a shot at the Negation Angel and miss, even with Annyssa as the veteran leader. So, and then I shoot the Scrap Thrall, I kill him, I shoot at the Servitor, hit and kill him, shoot at the other Servitor, hit and kill that one, and then the last shot into the Slayer, which does no damage. And then I do my 5-inch repo back. I'm wanting to spread him out, so if he overruns the Slayer, he has to overrun the Slayer to reach anything, except for maybe one of them, and they're spread out enough to where he can only get 1, maybe 2 there if he gets there. I move up Annyssa and I just shoot at the Slayer because I have nothing else, and I don't do any damage and back her up a little bit. After that, I move up Craelix because I'm wanting to shoot at the unit leader of Asphyxious' unit, so I'm needing 7s. I'm needing 8s. I hit the first attack, I do 3 points of damage, I miss the second one, hit the third one, and I end up killing them, and then Swift Hunter back a little bit. I move up the Succubus and put a cloud on Craelix. I was thinking that he had Prowl, but he doesn't. But that's okay. And then from there, I move the Nephilim Protector over for Guard Dog on Kallus, and then I do his Animus. And I Ryvaal, move up the Forsaken, and pull 2 more Fury.
Convergence, turn 2. Alright, so I didn't really expect to lose a heavy there. Always measure Hellmouths. I got a couple fire checks. The angel, one angel is on fire, she dies. Slayer's on fire, he takes a bit of damage. I got some apparitions that I gotta do. Prefect Hypatia is a little far back, but she can apparition forward, and then the forward angel will be able to apparition as well. Just waterfall them on down. I believe that's how it works. If I cheated here, it wouldn't be the first time. But my Helldiver is gonna burrow on up because there's no spiny growth on that Carnivean, and it can put in a little bit of damage, so that's nice. What am I gonna do with my focus? Well, I'm gonna put out a couple shots with the monitors, but they can just sort of pass it around. That top Slayer is gonna go in on the Archangel because I can probably get an overrun, get him there. I'm probably going to cast Sacrificial Lamb. I do set 3 focus aside to cast Spectral Steel. Always just use visual reminders so that you don't mess yourself up. It's not a bad idea. Not sure exactly what that was. Oh, my Attunement Servitor walked up and tried. Nope, that didn't happen yet. Mortenebra walked over and repaired the Slayer there. That's what happened. And it was fully functional before, but now it's a little healthier. In this theme, she repairs for D3 plus 1. I believe I made 2 attacks with the Helldiver.
Isn't she D3 plus 3 up to 4 for her repair?
Yeah, so D3 plus 4.
And you repaired 5?
Yeah, yep. Good dice. Good dice in the numbers here. That's what I'm known for. I did forget the Swift Vengeance on the Void Archon, which could possibly be relevant, but it turns out not to be because I don't use it. I also don't Swift Vengeance with Hypatia, which would not have mattered anywhere near as much, but you never know.
You also forgot to feat this turn.
I did forget to feat. I was gonna make a bunch of attacks against high def models. Be nice to get some rerolls, but I don't. Oh well. It'll be fine. I do end up killing 1 Raptor with. I shoot the objective and do a bit of damage into the objective. I overrun overrun the Slayer so he can charge into the Archangel. I'm trying to figure. Hypatia is just out of range to get into Craelix, but the Negation Angel there is more than well enough. Again, it's a high def model, sending in a rather low attack stat model. Be nice to get a reroll, but misses, so whatever. Hypatia walks up and she's going to take a shot at that tentacle. The higher power on her gun is very nice. And Scrap Thrall in the middle, gonna run up, score me a flag. The Slayer in the bottom is mostly sacrificial. I do expect it to die to all these charging Raptors. Even though I don't think Ryan's gonna cast Battle Lust, but measuring shot, I'm not entirely sure what I shoot at. I think it's a Hellmouth or something.
Yeah, you shot at the Hellmouth with the ancillary attack.
Yeah, I forgot that ancillary attack doesn't ricochet, so don't do that. But whatever. So when the officer died, one of these, the farthest ball ended up out of his command, so it just has to run, but it runs just fine. The one charges, and I believe it actually misses even after I fired the Archangel. Okay, would have been nice to reroll. The Slayer comes in, and I decide to combo strike. I shouldn't have combo striked. It's dice off 1 on the claws, as opposed to dice plus 5 with combo strike. But sometimes it's just fun to say, yeah, this is against your Gargantuan. This is dice plus 5. Whatever. A single heavy is probably not going to kill the Gargantuan.
Legion, turn 3. Alright, so first thing I do is pull in all the Fury, and I'm putting down some tentacles, and I'm seeing if there's anything that I can grab. And the one monitor is within range, so I place a tentacle there. And Asphyxious is within range too, so I place a tentacle there. I'm thinking I might try pulling him in. Even I just have the one Annihilation Servitor that I'm needing to remove. But then I get into my turn here, so I walk the Forsaken up, and I Blight Burst, and I'm trying to clear out those Annihilation Servitors, so then my Gargantuan can go over, and I'm hoping I might be able to clear the zone there, but I kill one of the Annihilation Servitors, which is the one that I didn't want to kill, but after that, I just run up my Succubus, so then I am contesting that flag. And then I go with the bottom Hellmouth and pull in that monitor. And he's right up in there. And I get my 2 bite attacks onto him and do a little bit of damage. After that... Oh, I also went with the bottom Hellmouth or bottom Forsaken and Blight Bursted down there to try to clear some stuff out. And then I go with my Carnivean, who is attacking the monitor. So I'm doing some pretty good work. It's getting fairly low. And I start buying bites, and at that point my dice kind of cool off a little bit. So for the most part, it is fairly... it's not doing as much work as I was hoping. I'm mostly chipping in 3 points of damage per attack.
You do buy 1 attack into the Helldiver.
And then I buy 1 attack into the Helldiver because I want to light it on fire from the Field Marshal. So I do hit him and do some good damage there. After that, I go with Kallus and I cast Battle Lust onto the bottom, onto the Raptors. And then I walk him up, and he has parry from Guard Dog, and I think he was out of the half-inch reach of the Helldiver. And I do an attack onto the Negation Angel there, and I connect. I'm needing a 5, and it just kills him. And then I move Prey over to Widget, and then I buy an attack into that Annihilation Servitor to clear out the path for the pull for Gatsby. And then I use I have Draconic Aura up, which I had put up, and I use my feat, which the feat damage kills the monitor, does a chunk of damage to the Helldiver, and a little bit of damage to that top Slayer. And then I do my 3-inch repo and move back. After that, I'm going with Craelix, and I am charging that top Slayer. I didn't realize that he didn't have blessed swords, just a blessed bow, so it's not as good as I was hoping it would be, but he gets in there and he cranks some damage into him. So he did all right. I'm happy with him. After that, here is where we're seeing if that one Raptor can reach the Helldiver. So we proxy it out there. Chris says that he can just make it, and then I find out where my unit leader has to be, charging the Slayer. So I charge in against a Helldiver, charge the Slayer with my unit leader, charge the Slayer, can't quite get an impact with the other Raptor, and then I charge and I impact the Void Archon. So, and then I also go back in time and do the healing objective on my objective because I wanted to use those dice, but I only heal one, so it didn't help me out. So I charge, and with my 5 dice damage into the Helldiver, it erases it. My 1 charge from the unit leader into the Slayer misses, and then my other charge into the Slayer does 12 points of damage. So that was like really good. I was thinking if both of them connected, I'd probably be pretty close. And then between the impact and the charge attack on the Void Archon, I pull that off the table, so that's going good for me there. And then I repo and spread them out a whole bunch, so hopefully I can do a little bit. And then I move up Annyssa to shoot at Widget, forgetting that she has flying high and is -3 range. So I take some shots at Deryliss and miss both of them. And then just repo her back, so hopefully she is there to contest the zone and whatnot. And then I'm going with the Archangel, and I'm trying to decide if I want to shoot or just do melee attacks. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll pull in the Asphyxious, but he's sitting on a stack of 5 focus, so it's probably not a good idea to pull him to my caster. So I swing on Prefect Hypatia, and I miss. So then I go with my Archangel, who starts swinging on, who centers on the Slayer and starts swinging on him. And he's hitting, and after the first bot attack, he kills him. So then he buys an attack onto the Annihilation Servitor and boosts to hit. And then he goes over, so that is great for that. And then I move up the Nephilim Protector to provide guard dog.
Convergence, turn 3. Alright, so that was a little unfortunate. I lost another monitor I didn't expect to lose. Always measure your Hellmouths. God damn. So Prefect Hypatia, I forget to Swift Vengeance with her again. This time it would have mattered a lot more, but I do Apparition out of the way and out of melee with the Tentacle. The Attunement Servitor in the top goes, flares up Craelix. I'm an inch and a half away, so I can't, even though he misses, I can't not hit him. And now I got some plans. I think Gaspy will probably go and kill Kallus. Mortenebra here she's going to overrun herself and feet and charge the Tentacle. And she kills it. And I'm going to overrun a monitor up a little bit here. Just trying to get some better targets. And then she's going to... I double check this. You can overrun with spells. So she casts overrun on herself. And she's going to blast Craelix with the Doom Spiral, I believe it's called. And she does that. And she's just going to overrun herself a little bit safer here. Just in case things don't work out. It never hurts to be safe. And then what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to be trying to figure out a way that I can have that Slayer at the bottom, throw a Raptor and into Annyssa Ryvaal and maybe kill both of them. I completely forgot that there's an objective in that zone contesting it, so there's no point to this, but Deryliss walks over, powers it, Widget walks over, fixes up his broken arm. I hit the throw, we do the strength off. Heavies are a lot stronger than Raptors. So I chuck you, I just blow that Raptor up.
I think because you had 2 dice, if you rolled double ones and I rolled a 6, I would just meet it, and meeting goes to the attacker. So
it does, yes.
Couldn't stop it no matter what.
Yep. having both arms is important, though. If I didn't have both arms, I could always roll that one, and sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
I've broken free with Black Ogre before. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, Annyssa Ryvaal survived. Whatever. Gaspy charges in. Kallus with Guard Dog is def 15, so he's a little hard to hit. So I boost a hit, and then I buy and I boost to hit, and then I buy and miss, and then reroll and miss, and then buy and hit. And here Prefect Hypatia is going to whack a Succubus. And
Asphyxious left Kallus on one box too, so she tried shooting Kallus.
So she's going to shoot Kallus, and the Protector is going to Guard Dog it. But she did get a critical, so it's going to knock down the Protector. So that's something. And then this Monitor here he's got no focus. He's going to shoot a Hellmouth, aim and shoot a Hellmouth tentacle. And he needs boxcars to hit Kallus, and he gets them. And then rolls boxcars for damage. That's the game.
Afterthoughts. So I won the roll off and chose to go first, and this is like one of the only games where I felt like going first was the right choice for me. It might have been nice if I had gone second, because I probably could have picked up your objective on the bottom of 2, maybe, but I feel like with the Negation Angels advanced deploy and their range and everything, it would have been you might have been able to jam the Archangel out of that zone.
Strange Bedfellows is wicked fast.
Yeah, like them having a 15-inch threat range from just being around Hypatia and Asphyxious is insane. Like, there's no interaction with any of my models to get that, which is nuts to me.
and the fact that they have advanced deploy is another big thing. Like, it just they're way up there, and they deploy second, so you can't really counter deploy your army to them.
Yeah, and yet needing to roll that 12 on 2 dice, and like even with a reroll, you said I need a 12, and I went, oh, I'm probably gonna survive now, and if I survive, I think my Archangel can just flap over and kill Mortenebra with some shots.
Yep.
But yeah,
didn't even need rerolls.
Just need some luck. That's the key to Warmachine, is just roll.
This game's easy. Just roll boxcars.
Yeah. As long as you just roll boxcars all the time, the game's real easy.
Yeah. No, I was getting a little worried there at the end, and then I saw a way to kill Kallus, and Gaspy just didn't quite get there. I didn't have the double rerolls from the mini feat, so that was wanted to boost a couple of those attacks. I don't know. I lost a couple things to Hellmouths that I shouldn't have lost. Other than that, I feel like I played quite well. I do think that you played very well.
See, one of the things that I realized as you did it, because we were both playing overrun casters, is after I killed the Negation Angel with Kallus, and like I was sitting on 2 Fury, I was under the impression that you couldn't overrun your caster. So I think a better play there would have been to have overrun Kallus and then killed that Negation Angel. Or like I could have overrun him before I feeded, and then killing the Monitor would have got me the overrun as well.
It does need to be with an attack.
Oh,
so the feat wouldn't work.
But killing the Negation Angel and then being able to move out might have been the better play, because like once I saw that Asphyxious was on full camp, that whole plan of possibly pulling him in just was like out the window. So, and if I had overrun Kallus, then I would have been safe that turn. So it would have been, Asphyxious would have murdered the Archangel, but I would have had a fairly healthy Carnivean still there to work with, and I think
it would definitely just been more of a game, and I think the game was swinging in your favor attrition wise.
Yeah, because I think the next turn I could move over and probably Battle Lust the Raptors again and pick up a bunch extra damage. But sometimes those 12s happen.
Sometimes you just roll boxcars.
Sometimes you just need boxcars. Yeah.
Just roll with confidence. But we've talked a bit here. I'm still not blown away by Mortenebra. She's basically a corollary with Overrun. And Overrun's a real good spell.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't use it a whole lot, but at the same time, you don't have much in the way of a battle group. So.
Yeah, because I can't overrun the if I could overrun the Archangel, 100% would be doing that. But because I couldn't do that, it was the only thing I could overrun was a Carnivean, and the one turn where I might have used it, he was paralyzed, and I could get to stuff that anyways, so I didn't need it, was more or less the issue.
But no, it was a fun game.
That and Overrun's weird because you have to put it on one model, and that model has to kill stuff, and a lot of my models spread the damage out, so with the Raptors, if I put it on one Raptor, I'm not sure if it's going to be this Raptor that kills it or the next one type deal.
Well, it does have to be a battle group model, so putting it on the Archangel is pretty good.
Yeah, I was kind of out of position for that too, so
that's the bigger issue.
The best place that I could think for using it would have been on Kallus when I went after that Negation Angel.
Yes.
And then getting back into safety. But other than that...
Now you know for next time.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I'm glad that I got to showcase the 5 dice Raptor charges, which are always fun. It would have been way better if I had landed that second one onto the Slayer and actually removed them from the table with 2 Raptors. That would have been...
That would have done it. But if you got an impact attack, it might have happened, because getting the extra die on the impact attacks helps.
Yeah, that was one thing, was I couldn't impact with the leader because I needed to be in command for the one going after the Helldiver, and I couldn't get it with the other one that got in there because he was just out of 11, which is their charge range. So,
but the one into the Void Archon sure did.
Yeah.
Even though you don't really need the extra damage there, because I think you rolled 17
on the
but it every bit helps.
Yeah, my attack rolls, or my damage rolls on the Raptors that did blow up pretty good for me. There was a lot of 5s and 6s, but
rolling 5 dice, it can happen.
Yeah. So other than that, I think it was a really fun game. It wasn't super one-sided one way or the other. I feel like a little bit of misplay from either of us, and either of us could have pulled the...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And if you didn't roll boxcars. I feel the odds on that one, even with a re-roll, was a little bit low. But
it's low odds, but sometimes you still got to go for it.
Well, yeah, at that point, I think you kind of committed to it with where you had set up Mortenebra, and then kind of abandoning the Archangel there. It was as soon as Asphyxious went in on Kallus and didn't kill him, I think you had to go for it.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good game, and if you have any last parting thoughts, thanks for watching Retaliatory Strike.